it's Tasleem here. And in my last video, I was talking about the power of becoming your own observer. So, observer of your dancing, your movements in dancing, and in life. And since I did that video, I realized that I have been quite hesitant and really avoiding being my own observer for a lot of my life. And the irony is that I have a background as a teacher. And I thought about it and I was like, teachers, coaches, like physicians, healers, like they're all, all valuable, but we pay them, or I got paid, or, you might pay these coaches and teachers or dance teachers, whoever it is, to observe you and tell you what needs to be improved or how you can get to the level that you want to. But the thing is, like, as much as their opinion is valuable and they might be the experts, I believe that we are the biggest experts of ourselves if we let ourselves be. And in order to let ourselves be, we need to allow ourselves to observe ourselves. Like, how powerful is it if you actually took the time to observe yourself first in your dancing, in your teaching, in your job, in your exercises, in your workouts, whatever it is that you're doing. Observe yourself first and then go to a coach or a teacher and say, look, this is what I want to improve on, and this is what I saw, and this is what I felt while I was dancing or while I was doing these workouts. And then you are actually helping your coach and yourself get to the level that you want to, or learn what it is that you want to much faster, and it's coming from a more personal perspective. So what I did this week was that I recorded a few minutes of my workouts. So I wasn't doing so much dance practice yet this week, but I do workouts specifically because I want to get back into dance and keep my body moving and strengthening. So I was doing a core workout, and it was probably about 45 minutes long, and I decided that I wanted to record just a few minutes. Like, I didn't record the whole 45 minutes, but just a few minutes of me doing planks, especially side planks, and doing dead bug, and also like being on my hands and knees and lifting the left arm while I lift the right leg, and then doing the opposite. And these are exercises that I do a lot, but the reason I chose them to videotape was because I was like, am I level in my body when I'm doing them? Because sometimes, because my left side is weaker, I think I try to hike it up a little bit more because I assume it's going to be drooping. And if my right side is stronger, then I try to do, like, it's like I know that I'm using my right side to kind of anchor me more, and I don't know if that twists my body in a way that I don't realize. And so I use my mirror. I have a mirror in front of my closet doors are mirrors, and I used my camera and I just recorded like 5 minutes of, not even 5 minutes. And it was amazing to me because the things that I observed was that, one, there are some things that I thought I was doing really badly that actually were not as bad as I thought. The other thing was that even though my left side is weaker, there are some things, because I have been conscious of like being a little bit more, I don't know, like specifically emphasizing that side when I'm doing workouts. It actually was not like lowering as much as I thought. There were times when it was, but there were times when it wasn't. And strangely enough, my right side, maybe because I haven't been focusing on it as much, was doing things that I didn't even know. Like my left side was stretching out my leg like more intentionally. My right side, my right leg was kind of like being a bit lazy about it. And I thought it was the other way around. But when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is so interesting. I know now what I can do to level out my body and make it more balanced between the two sides. And even like side planks, I always think that it feels so awkward when I'm doing side planks. So if I recorded it, I'm going to feel worse and be really discouraged. But actually, I was like, wow, it's not that bad. And there are some things that I could see that I could really improve on to make it easier. I think I was making it harder for myself. So observing this was really interesting to me because, yes, were there things that I'm like, wow, this is going to take a long time to improve? Yes, for sure. But there were other things that really surprised me. And the great thing is that I know now the next time I do planks or do a core workout, I know what it is that I need to do to make things more balanced, and what it's supposed to feel like, or what it's gonna feel like to make that balance. Because right now my body has gotten used to doing it maybe the incorrect way or not quite right way. So I got familiar with that feeling and thought, okay, this is all I can do, and this is the way that I'm going to be doing it until I get better. But now that I've seen what it was that I was doing wrong, I can actually feel into what does it feel like when my plank is actually balanced. And then I remember that feeling in my body and I can recreate it for my next workout, if that makes sense. And we can do this in dance. Like, I don't have videos, many at all, of me dancing or doing dance practice because I was scared to observe myself. But imagine if I could do this and I had done it more often, the changes that would be made or could have been made might be small, but they would make a big difference. Some of you out there might be saying, Tasleem, this is like amateur information for me because I'm a performer, or I'm a teacher, or I dance all the time and I'm always recording my dancing or my technique, and I need to in order to improve and to teach and to see what I'm doing. And I really commend you on it, and I'm inviting you to please share how you do this. Like, do you record everything you do? Do you record like certain times during the week, like once a week? Or I would love to get tips from people that do this regularly and have gotten used to seeing themselves on video. I think that's the craziest part of all this, is that I realize that the more I record myself, the more it doesn't feel so weird because it feels familiar. It's the recording part is not the issue now. It's just like looking at myself and saying, oh, okay, this is what I need, what I could change, and this is going right. And you know, I even do this in my videos here right now. You might not know this, you might not notice, but hopefully you didn't notice too much. In my last video, I watched it back just to see. I wasn't even particularly trying to be intentional at that time of observing. But when I watched my video, I was like, wow, when I get excited about things, I do this. I look like it almost looks like I'm rolling my eyes, but I'm just excited, like, oh my God. And the amount of times I did that in my last video, I was like, okay, this could come across very strange to people that are viewing it. So because I noticed that little thing, I was more aware in this video of not doing that. Not that I won't get excited in my videos, but I don't think I need to roll my eyes back as if I'm like, leading a seance and connecting with like some crazy, I don't know, spirit, whatever people do when, I don't know. Anyway, when I looked at it, I was like, it looks a bit awkward. I think I can show my excitement in another way. But again, it was so powerful because I became my own observer and I could correct it and not get down on it like it was something wrong, but it was like, oh wow, like I think I would prefer that video without me doing that, or my future videos. So in this video, I'm looking right at you, or trying to. So yeah, I feel like this idea of observing ourselves is huge. And the more we get used to it, the more it doesn't become this scary thing that we're being judgmental about ourselves. And like, if you were anything like me, I was just really avoiding seeing myself on camera. But now I see the benefits of it, especially if you're being intentional about it, because now I don't just go like, okay, I'm going to do a workout and observe myself, or I'm going to do a dance practice and just observe myself and look at all the things I'm doing wrong or all the things that are going well. No, it's like I might record 5 minutes of a workout or dance practice, and my intention for that recording might be just to see, what are my lines like? Like, am I really milking the, like elongating my limbs and really like stretching out my arms or my legs or my fingertips? Like, maybe that's my focus for recording that video. Maybe it's musicality. Like, maybe I am not really trying to focus on technique in that practice. Maybe I'm just observing which part of the music, if I play some music and I record myself, which part of the music first speaks to me, or which part of the music do I tend to flow with more readily? Like, is it the lyrics? Is it the harmony? Is it the melody? Is it the pauses? Like, and then maybe for my next practice, I can say, okay, well, in the last observation that I made, I tend to move a lot with the lyrics. What if the next time I put on a song and I do a dance practice, I record myself and my intention will be to go with the harmony? Like, maybe it's a drum beat, maybe it's like the chords in the background, and I might not even record it at first. Like, maybe I'll try a few practices where I'm just listening for that part of the music, or maybe it's like the brass instruments or the keyboard. Like, maybe it's a specific instrument that I'm trying to dance with. And then I'll record, and then I can say, okay, not that I'm like giving up on technique or, not caring about that, but right now, this recording, I'm not going to try to get everything perfect. This recording is just for me to observe, was I able to tap into the keyboard more in this song and in this dance? Was my body able to like move with that instrument more? And this idea of intentionality, like observing and being intentional about what it is that you're observing for, that's huge. There I go again. I just rolled my eyes because I got excited. But it's going to happen sometimes. And that's okay. Thank you all for listening. I am going to keep recording some of my own practices and recording these videos and observing what I see in them. And I would love to hear what you record. Like, maybe it's not dancing. Maybe you play a certain instrument and you record yourself practicing it. What do you observe about it? What is your intention for like each recording? Or maybe you haven't had an intention yet and you want to try to start focusing on intentionality in your observation of yourself. Maybe you were terrified, like I was, of seeing yourself on video for anything. And maybe you just want to try it, and you can decide, like, I'm not going to share it with anyone at first. I just want to watch it myself. Maybe it's actually that you are one of those teachers and coaches, and that people pay you to observe them, and you know how to get them to see like the areas that they could improve on, and jumpstart their level of whatever it is that they're working on. But you have gotten so used to observing other people that you want to take more time to do some self-observation. Let me know what you think about this. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening, and I will talk to you soon.